Well, thank you very much. You know, it's not easy. The umbrella in the state here was partially shattered by Wike and co. We have taken over the umbrella. In an attempt to fix back the umbrella, a state of emergency was declared in the state. But nevertheless, we have fixed the umbrella and we are good to go. Ahead of the next meeting, which is coming up in May, we have prepared, we will attend the next meeting. Then the convention in August will also attend in our numbers. We have fixed the umbrella, and the umbrella has come to stay under the leadership of Sir Siminalayi Fubara.
How do you see the recent gale of defections from the PDP to the APC? Is it good for democracy?
No. First, it's not good for democracy. Because in every known democracy across the globe, we must have a vibrant opposition. In any country where you don't see a vibrant opposition, it ends up being a case of dictatorship. So, and the people defecting from the PDP today are not those that are supposed to defect. They are leaders in their right. Imagine a man that has served through the ranks from secretary to state government to Senate to being governor for 2 terms, and then the vice presidential candidate in 2023 presidential election, talking about Senator Ifeanyi Okowa, is a leader in the PDP. Ordinarily, he shouldn't defect. It is smaller people, smaller mind that should defect. Okowa is in a position as a leader to fix crisis in the state, to fix internal disagreement in the state. Then talking about the governor, ordinarily too, the governor shouldn't defect because he's a leader. They are in a position to fix the party, to fix crisis in the party. But they have defected. What do? Nigerians must take over their party. PDP is a Nigerian party. Nigerians must take over that party and will not allow the party die, even if they have defected. You know the issue with the Pro-Wike group. They go exactly where Wike goes, do exactly what Wike wants them to do. They don't have a mind of their own. First, Wike is serving under the APC government. And Wike has professed in different fora, several fora, that he will support the incumbent president, TINUBU, the All Progressive Congress, for the 2027 presidential election. Naturally, all his supporters, followers in Rivers State will go with him. We are not looking towards the direction of reconciling with them because they must go with Wike no matter what we do. They will go with Wike. What we have done first within the party is internal reconciliation. We have made effort to reconcile the party. We are also making effort to set up the structures from the ward, from the unit to ward to HGA and up to the state. These are steps we have so far taken. We are also in the mood of looking at internal discipline. Discipline, party supremacy, we want to enforce it. Those that have erred, bring the party to disrepute, we must take action against them. As the Wike, the FCT minister, I believe that he's already on his way out of the party. So we are not looking at his direction at this moment. Because even his ally at the national, Senator Adeyanju, has been ousted. Wike today cannot lay any claim in the PDP. Even if ordinarily we say I'm in PDP, but his body and soul and his followers are all in All Progressive Congress. We are not looking at his direction at all. He's gone for good.
The River State women recently walked out on the First Lady Senator TINUBU's empowerment program. Was it to slight her as was inferred by?
No. The Rivers women didn't walk out on the empowerment program of the Vice for the President. Rivers women embraced that program. Rivers women and supporters of that program. What Rivers women were against was the position of the wife of the sole administrator. That caused to question what we have been saying. Is the sole administrator here to restore peace or to install civilian governance in the state. The sole administrator, what he's doing today is installing civilian governance and not restoring peace and order. From the time he came till now, he has not deployed police, army, or soldier anywhere to restore peace. He has not also called for a peace talk between the Wike group and the governor's group, but he's busy installing structures for Wike at the local government, to RISEC, to Rivers State Local Government Service Commission. The wife came out to make speech as First Lady during the empowerment program, and Rivers women had to walk out. We are not under emergency, we are not under any democracy that we should have a First Lady. That position is not available under the emergency. Rivers women rejected the Abbas wife who came in the name of a First Lady and on the empowerment. They embraced the empowerment and they collected the empowerment packages at the end of that program. The sole administrator is not in Rivers State to enforce emergency. If there's an emergency, the next thing is enforcement. Emergency is not being... First and foremost, there is no emergency in Rivers State. That means there is nothing to enforce. What the sole administrator is simply doing in Rivers State is to put structures for the FCT minister. If you go to the 23 local government areas, he has appointed the FCT minister's allies and cronies as sole administrator at the 23 local government area. He has also suspended the RISEC, Rivers State Independent Electoral Commission, and appointed new members. He suspended the Local Government Service Commission and then appointed the new members. All his appointments were friends and cronies of the FCT minister. What it means is that what he's doing in the state is not enforcement of a state of emergency, rather installing civilian structures for the FCT minister. We have said it time and time and time, over and over and over, that the people are interested in the treasury of Rivers State. They are interested in taking over the structures of the state. They are interested in taking over the governance of the state. And they want to, that is the All Progressive Congress. That is what they are interested. And they want to achieve this through the instrumentality of the FCT minister. That is why ab initio, they are not supposed to declare an emergency here. But they declare it, brought a sole administrator who is helping them to install the civilian governance, civilian structures in the state, and not enforcing any emergency.
Are you in touch with Governor Fubara? Many say he has gone to beg Wike in Abuja. Is it true?
No.
Tell us what you know.
I don't think that is correct. Fubara went on a 2 weeks vacation after his suspension. He came back to Nigeria barely three days ago. Fubara has not been to Abuja to kneel down or prostrate or beg with Nyesom Wike. What I know as a party chairman in this state is that there is going to be negotiation between the Nyesom Wike group and the Fubara group. And that negotiation has not taken place. If such negotiation takes place, I think I'll be a party to it. If I'm not a party to it, I will be on the no. But what is important is that emergency is already here. Fubara has been suspended. What is the way forward? The way forward is that the two parties must come together. And the two parties is not just Fubara on one part or Nyesom Wike on one part. It's a group team. Politics is a group. It's a game of number. Fubara is not standing alone. The FCT minister is not standing alone. The two parties must meet and sort out the difference. What has brought us to this level, to this stage we are in the state. Not just one man going to prostrate for one man. That is not correct. As far as I'm concerned, defection to the APC is not yet on the table. And even if Fubara is going to defect, he must hold wide consultation with the leadership, first and foremost, of the party, which flag is holding. Second, he must consult widely with elders and leaders of Rivers State, because today is the governor of the state. He can't just defect alone. He must defect with his team. So if that is on the table, Fubara will consult. Again, I will contend that that is not still on the table. But if that will happen, there must be wide consultation. It's not something he will sneak into the All Progressive Congress. No. He must hold wide consultation with all stakeholders, the parties, and those that is governing, helping him to govern the state with him. There must be that wide consultation before any defection happens.
What is the popularity rating of Fubara, despite the suspension?
No. The suspension even raised Fubara's rating above 100%. Fubara is known globally now. Fubara has national acceptance. Fubara has statewide acceptance as we speak. Instead of the suspension to bring down his rating, the suspension has helped raise it above. Fubara has wide acceptability as we speak, beyond what was before the suspension. As to Fubara coming back, the state of emergency was declared for a period of 6 months in the first instance. Going by the 6 months, by September, Fubara is supposed to come back. But the president doesn't have power to dissolve a democratically elected government. The Constitution doesn't give him that power. The president doesn't have that power. The National Assembly doesn't have the power to dissolve a democratically elected governor, a democratically elected state House of Assembly. They cannot go beyond suspension. The suspension, and is timed by the Constitution. It must one day come to an end. To our teaming party supporters, they should remain resolute. They should keep trusting the governor. Even if the governor is on suspension, our party faithful should continue to trust the governor. Beyond the party people, Rivers people should continue to trust the governor. They elected him to govern them. They have given him their mandate, and he must deliver on the dividends of democracy. Everything that is happening now is a temporary setback. It shall come to pass. That is what the Bible says. Everything that we are seeing, the Egyptians we are seeing today, we shall see them no more. The aim of the emergency, first and foremost, is to install a structure for the FCT minister. It's just to restore order here. But that again has exposed the ineptitude of the president, the inefficiencies of the president. The Constitution gives you power to do X, Y, Z. It's not an express power. There are conditions attached to them. But you did not look at the condition before you declared a state of emergency. You look at political exigencies. Let us see if the political exigencies that inspired him in the first instance to declare the emergency will inspire him to shorten it, having installed democratic structures for the FCT minister in the state.